everyone, Brittany here, and welcome to the last of our educational video giveaway series with Soldiers for Wildlife. We would like to close out this series by learning more about why it is so important to donate towards conservation education. One of the best ways to combat poaching, biodiversity loss, and criminal acts towards wildlife is to simply start by educating yourself and those around you. However, it is not enough to simply hear. We must also support those working on the front lines to create change. And financial support is quite literally one of the best ways to arm conservation organizations with the tools necessary to do so. In recent years, conservation-based nonprofits have received less than 2% of charitable dollar donations. This means that now, more than ever, choosing to support animal and conservation organizations like Frost Fund and Soldiers for Wildlife truly can change the future. For example, in addition to their growing anti-poaching canine efforts, Soldiers for Wildlife has sent over 100 local African children who have never seen an elephant, a lion, or a giraffe into Kruger National Park to do so. Through supporting community-based educational initiatives, Soldiers for Wildlife is helping to create a more wildlife-friendly future for Africa's most vulnerable species. How? By changing the hearts and minds of Africa's youngest populations. Having such a positive impact on those closest to these endangered species can help to create a new cultural awareness and pride in African wildlife amongst future generations. Because if we can encourage youth to understand firsthand the importance and inherent value of the animals they share their homes with, there is a stronger likelihood that the same youth will then grow up to also resist poachers and to have an increased desire to protect their native species. Additionally, anti-poaching canines, along with armed and employed African anti-poaching rangers, are showing that when the right focus, training, and funds are provided, change can happen. Not only does this matter for the very lives of the animals and people being persecuted by poachers, but also for the economies of continents like Africa, where ecotourism provides nearly $120 billion annually to the country. However, without the existence of Africa's delicate ecosystems and endangered species, this economic input to the country would no doubt decrease. Now, there is so much more we could share about the value of charitable giving towards conservation, but let's listen in to what Soldiers for Wildlife CEO John Garcia has to say.
Education. After going through my childhood and through all my experiences in life and spending the last 6 years in Africa, I can humbly say that there is no element in this equation that will have a larger impact on conservation. It is the key to change. It is long-lasting change. Yes, we need to be reactionary to halt what is going on in many arenas around the globe, not just the wildlife trade. However, investing in long-lasting solutions is fundamentally paramount. In our region alone, approximately 80% of these children living within just a few kilometers of the Kruger National Park have never seen an elephant, a rhino, a lion, or giraffe, or any of the animals for that matter. How then can we expect these children to grow up and understand the significance of our natural world and treat it with the same respect we do as educated individuals? If we want to see change, we must change. And not only should we do it for the animals, but we should do it for these children. This is why we have partnered with the Bush Babies program to begin recruiting children from the local communities that have never been inside the park. The children will have a full day of wildlife experiences and education, not only on the wildlife, but also their ancestors. This year, we have funded over 100 children to go on these trips and hope to do far more, as well as expand this program. This is where some of your donations will also be allocated to. Help us, help them. Let's give them the tools and watch this world change for the good.
Now, this wraps up our last of the educational video giveaway series with Soldiers for Wildlife. Don't forget, if you want to enter to win our last prize package, make sure to read the qualification details in the caption below and DM Frost Fund your answers to the pop quiz questions coming your way. Thank you for everyone who has donated, participated, and who has signed up for one of our Sweat to Protect boot camps. We thank you for all you do and for your support of both Frost Fund and Soldiers for Wildlife. We'll see you guys soon.